Rearrange the alphabet so I could put you next to letter I. Take my heart, baby, carry go. If you leave me, baby, I go die. Netunda sunni sisi kete kete. Okambro 43, I know you're risi risi. Nisi mujira smile siri siri. Ompeni wasami nenu chili chili. Hey, me baby ni brownie, yeah. Golden tree chocolate, yeah. Me chatoli, yeah. Each and every day, me every day, yeah. My own. Oh, my own. See the money there. That time of the chase, and then no money there. Oh, yes, my own. See my heart back, push it up, and they grind for my king.
Yeah, so Samini, welcome to our show, Pulse Chat.
Thank you.
How has been 2017 so far?
2017 has been great. So far, so good. I mean, you know, looks like it's going to be a great year towards the end.
When you started the year, were you expecting something like this? So far, you are one of the artists holding the industry so far with your biggest banger this year.
Well, yes, I was expecting something because I had put in work in 2016 trying to study the system, you know, research and then check what my fans are looking at seeing me do going forward, because I had done almost everything in terms of Ghana reggae and dancehall. So I was like, I realized that a Lovers Rock start wouldn't be bad. So I gave it a try. So my own actually is like a trial track to test my fans' reception of my next phase, which is a reggae project.
What's, you know, people are saying that my own brings out the real Samini. What do you say to that?
Yeah, I have to admit and agree with that. And my own is as a result of me listening to my fans complain and suggestions and or contributions whatsoever, and then eventually coming out with something that would meet them halfway or solve their problems in terms of what they need Samini to be doing or where they need to see the brand Samini. And looks like so far it's gone down well with them.
Great. The My Own, what is it about? What is yours?
My own, as in what I can call mine without looking back or without looking anywhere else for anybody to try and hustle with me over it. So this is supposed to be somebody that, it's a love song, right? So it's supposed to be somebody that you believe has been with you even though you had nothing. So now that you've been able to make something for yourself, it only makes sense that you celebrate this person and let the world know who really was there with you when you were nobody. So, you know, this is something to encourage people to celebrate people that have fought through the hustles with them and they finally are making ends meet right now.
When you were recording My Own, after recording, what came to your mind?
Hit song, period. Just after I recorded the song, playback, hit song. Yeah.
What did you put into the promo? Because I realized you didn't do, like, I'm not sure you went to all the radio stations, you went to all the TV stations when the audio was out.
My own is actually a surprise banger, you know, because to me, I knew it was a hit song and I felt it. But then, because of why I did it, I wasn't sure I was ready to release it yet. But the guy that took the vocals for me in New Jersey said, yo, a song like this, I think it should go out today. You recorded it yesterday, release it today, and let's see what the people do about it. Because if you sit on this, I don't know when you want to release it, and I'm not sure it's going to do the right impact anytime else apart from now. So I put it out, and lo and behold, after 24 hours, I knew that it was something that I had to take serious. So I was forced to go and shoot a video for it, cut my trip short, come to Ghana with the video, make sure I do, you know, the necessary rounds just to treat it as a serious release and not just anything online.
How long did it take you to record the song?
My own 25, 30 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, and I went to studio without no lyrics. So I, the beat was sent to me, and then I, vibed with it, went to studio, did my thing on it, sang my heart out, felt free, and then fixed it so it would make sense. Yeah, and what went down well with the people is the fact that the tree came in there, and it's something that they know me of when I did for people's, tracks. So I think, yeah, I'm happy how it's going, and I thank the fans for making the world know what we are talking about.
Where did
right
you
now.
shoot the video?
In Seattle, in Seattle, Washington State, in US, yeah.
I understand you shot the video yourself.
I directed part of it.
I
co-directed it, yes.
Wow.
Yes.
And the outcome?
So far, I'm satisfied with what I'm seeing, given what I had available and the time I had in hand to bring this together. So big up Tendai, big up Kwate Entertainment, big up everybody else that worked to make sure this video was possible, because the 24-hour study of the single release gave us the wake-up call that we needed a video, and I had to just gather everything I had around that time and make sure the video is done. So it was not necessarily about how much money, but it was more of how many people that were ready to help you do this, because they could hear a potential global song,
Great. So can we address Samini as a director now?
Yes, you can.
And are we going to see more music videos directed by Samini, or even a movie?
Yeah, I have that as one of my passions, to direct and not necessarily act. So for the movies, if anything, if I'm going to do like a film or two every other year, I'm going to be directing and owning the movie, rather than playing a role in a movie. You appear for 5 minutes and you're the biggest picture on the cover, and everybody is selling the movie because of you on the cover, and everybody is making everything with your image but yourself. So if you understand the strength of the image you have and the numbers you command, then you will be careful how much you endorse stuff that's not your own intellectual property, and then how much work you put into trying to own intellectual property, because end of the day, royalties come to people who own the works. So this is food for thought for young acts listening. Own your works, register your works, and own them.
That's great. So after my own, what's next?
I'm working on a reggae album. That's my 7th studio album. So until I'm done with the reggae album, I'm not going to release any more reggae singles apart from my own. But you can expect a few, dancehall and Afrobeat, singles here and there, just to keep the fans excited and keep the, parties active. But for the reggae project, my own is just a snippet, and the next time you're going to hear anything from it is when the album is cooked and ready.
The album, let's talk about it. What's the title?
I want to keep that to myself for now.
Okay,
the
how
title,
many songs should we expect?
The title and the timeline, I'll keep that to myself. Expect between 16 and 18 songs. Between 16 and 18 songs, yeah. It's a standard reggae album.
And the collabos?
Yes, I'm working with some major names. I don't want to mention names right now,
okay,
but
let's say
one person that you should expect playing a role on the album is Gramps Morgan of Morgan Heritage fame. So he actually facilitated the link between myself and DJ Fras, so that I did the rhythm for my own.
Okay.
And so it's official. It's on YouTube, it's on iTunes, it's everywhere else, and everything is legit.
And definitely we are going to have Kofi Kenata.
On the reggae album?
Yeah.
No, not on the reggae album, but expect some collabos between myself and my boy, definitely, and...
Why? Don't you think he has a potential?
I think he has a potential, but the reggae album is a totally different project from everything else I'm doing, and the structure and the concept that we're trying to build, that we've built around it, we don't see tree rappers or fancy rappers, or we don't have that so incorporated in there. I'm doing tree ragga already in there, so no disrespect to the language. I'm saying we're not doing a hip life project. Yeah, so no disrespect, but that album is a reggae album. I'll do my dancehall tracks. I'll have Kofi Kinata rapping on there, no problem. I can do any other single, but the reggae album, Samini's 7th studio album, reggae, it's not even gonna have Saka rapping on there.
Wow.
No.
Okay, so talking about, let's say, pure reggae, meaning we are going to expect like local names like, okay, we can even have an international local, Rocky Dauni. Are we going to have like Raskuku?
So then once it's reggae, yeah, then you should be looking along the lines of
are we
people
going to have people like
in that world.
Yeah, are we going to have?
You never say never. Once the project is still ongoing.
Samini, you are swerving.
I'm not. What I'm saying is, you never say never.
This year, we're going to have Samini Fest.
Yep.
Okay, so the dates?
Samini Fest is always slated for first week December. So I'm looking at this week. I'm looking at the first weekend of the first week of December.
Talking about, let's go back to the Kofi Kinata. What is your relationship with Kofi Kinata?
He's my younger brother, and he's a humble kid that we met some 5 years ago, and it's been from that time till now. Kofi Kinata is one of those boys that would crack your ribs on a regular day just by interacting with him. You're gonna have a good laugh. And I am also kind of like that in a way. So when we meet, excuse me to say, yeah, but it's all allowed, you know. Kofi was say rough. Yeah.
There's a rumor going around that he's living a high-grade family.
Kofi Kinata has done 4 years, almost 5 years with high-grade family. He's almost through with his first contract. And we already have built Team Move and Westside Legacy. That's Kofi Kinata's personal label and personal movement. So after this 5 years, if he wants to move on, he's moving on with his own label as Kofi Kinata's Westside Legacy, Team Move. Like Stonebwoy did and left and then did Beam Nation, which I endorse every day, knowing that I played a role in bringing something to reality so that an act can graduate from my label, register and own a record label and be successful with subsequent hit albums. Okay. So me, that's what I see. When you come to my thing, I mean my movement, I give you the platform, you come, you show what you have. If you blow, you make money for yourself, we establish you your label so that you don't look at me again for your next video. I am doing what I can for those who have the talent that can't afford. So when your talent is now shown to the world and they start paying, whatever money that's coming to you, we put it into your talent now. So now I don't have to go to my money to make a video for you, but your next show can shoot 3 videos and you have some change. Yeah.
When are we going to see Kinata and some international acts?
We're still pushing. We're still pushing. There's a few international acts that have knocked doors trying to do songs with him. Okay. You know, so by all means, you hear a few things. We have people from different parts of Africa as well that, you know, are doing. So all these Pan-African collabos, they go a long way to keep the continent active. So, you know.
And now you have Kofi Kinata, I think you have Eugene or something. I hear you have like a little boy. There's a boy, I understand you.
Yeah, there's Lucky Boy General. Okay. There's Lucky Boy General.
I've seen him perform once.
Yeah, there's Lucky Boy. Man. Yeah, he's, you know, he loves dancehall and he's creative. He writes his own stuff. So, you know, I just give him the platform so people know there's this little boy coming up. But I've told him, finish the school. Okay. So he's in JSS and I make sure I do what I can to support, but his family does the most, but he's in school. So if Lucky Boy finishes school, Lucky Boy, I know you're online watching, go to school. If you finish the school, then you come home, let's do this. Oh, wow. But he spends vacations at my house. Okay. When he's on vacation, he comes to stay with me for 3 weeks, whatever. Oh. So that's Lucky Boy, he's only 12. Okay. He lives in Newtown, Angola. So okay. Kunsan Wajalo, Magana Wajalo Nikei. All right.
So far you have like 3 artists.
Yeah, I have that. I have him. I have Jalid as well.
Oh, okay, Jalid.
Jalid. And then we have Scenario, who's also a young rapper coming. Okay. He reminds me of Kofi Kinata, but he raps more Chi mixed with Fanti than just Fanti. He's there. We have Who's Eugene, who has a few singles out that high-grade family followers know that if this guy is given the chance, he's gonna blow. So these are people that you should expect.
5. Do you know that there are like equally good artists in your home, in your hometown, in Wa?
Yeah.
Why don't you sign them? Any of them?
The thing is, I was born and raised in Accra.
Okay.
All my siblings were born and raised in Accra. So
you don't care about your home?
Not to say that. My home people know. That's the reason my name is Samini Dagati. If I was born and raised in Accra and I'm calling myself a Wala name to the core, you should know that I know my roots. Do you understand? So people from Wa also bear with me that it's not like I grew up with them and then cut them off all of a sudden. I'm not doing anything for them. It's like Floyd Mayweather will tell you, you're telling him to come and feed Africa. He grew up in a poor area in America and he's trying his best to change lives in that area too. So if you don't see him coming to give food to Nima people and he's somewhere downtown Detroit somewhere changing lives, that's what he can relate to. So I would love to come to Wa and support, but the Accra that I was born in, that I operate around, that I grew up in, and the people that I see on a daily basis also have needs and also have things that people like us around them are expected to help. And I know there's investors in Wa as well, and there's artists in Wa as well. There's a few studios and stuff that there's a movement there. So if I ever go back up there, which I'm definitely going to do, I'm starting a world tour which is going to kick off in Wa. Well, this is the tip of the iceberg. Okay. You heard it here on Pulse First. You heard it here on Pulse First, and that's all you're going to hear about it. No further questions. So when we start off in Wa, I'm going to establish some sort of movement back home that even when I leave, they would know that this is how you can access high-grade family here in the North. This is how you can get the man to hear your music, so that hopefully, if it falls in the right part of the ear, you just might get, signed.
That's great. What is your view on the current status of dancehall in Ghana?
Booming, massive, money, big. When we came in, it was just a few of us really trying to represent and make sure that we are in the mix every time they're calling genres in Ghana. And then we even used our platform to pave the way for more dancehall guys to come in to join. And then other factions also built up, momentum till they actually came to the forefront as well, came to the function. So now it's become big to the extent that we can have a full stadium with just local dancehall acts. A full stadium, we can have that. And I think if that's happening now, then I have to be a proud member of a genre that's doing that, and then also a proud pace setter,
Some people, like mostly the religious people, are of the view that dancehall is it is impacting the youth negatively. What do you say to that?
It's a lie.
It's a lie.
Because you have hip-hop songs that have conscious lyrics, and you have hip-hop songs that have, or excuse me to say, useless lyrics that will lead people astray. You have gun talk music. Same way you have dancehall songs that aren't too good to write home about. And then you have the majority of reggae dancehall music that has positive lyrics and consciousness as the main backbone and the main concept. So the whole reggae and Rasta and dancehall thing has a conscious aspect that you can't cut off. So if you're doing even a reggae project and you want it to be complete, it's not complete until you have a positive message on there to give. So I would beg to differ if you say dancehall is leading people astray. I think it's individual acts and what content they choose to sing about. Yeah.
Okay. So at the moment, who would you say is the king of Ghana dancehall?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, I'm still sitting down on my throne and I'm minding my business, my own business, for that matter. Hashtag my own business.
Okay, so like you still think you are the boss?
I ain't never moved. I ain't never shaken. I see a lot of people crop up. I see an established nation that I'm proud of. I'm happy.
What would it take a fellow dancer artist to dethrone you? If you claim you are still
how would I even put this? This is beyond a monarchy. When you're ordained, when you're set to do something, you're here for that purpose, and that's it, period. How is it possible that I've been here from 2001 and it's 2017 and you still want me to break down that to you, and you still think it's important that you ask me that, which means I'm actually there in the mix. Else it wouldn't be a topic for, you wouldn't even have to ask me. So once you think you have to ask me whether I am still on my throne or not, then it means you kind of barely still see me where I'm supposed to be, and you're trying to be sure whether hey, no, I say no, Joe, me, Joe.
So Samini, do you believe in the theory that like people make kings?
Do I believe in the theory that people make kings?
Yes.
God makes kings.
But God gives
Almighty.
the power to people.
Almighty makes kings, and people see the manifestations of the Almighty in a king. Do you understand? So once somebody becomes a king and is naturally revered without any propaganda or any sort of orchestrated and purposefully driven hype, then you can't touch that. You know, we've seen nations rise and fall, and we've seen nations stay strong and observe.
How do you feel when we are talking about arguing about dancehall without dragging in Shatta Wale in the dancehall?
How do I feel?
Yeah, whenever you are, I've seen you at plenty interviews, and whenever you go, they will definitely ask about Shatta Wale.
So how do I feel when they don't? When they don't?
When they ask,
when they do,
like all the time.
Every day. It becomes cliche. When they don't, then it feels different.
Okay.
Yeah, because sometimes we get tired of the same old questions, you know.
And you know, I can't take it out.
Yeah, because you know, when people pay their dues and they become, you know, icons. What's your
what's your relationship with Shatta Wale?
I don't have one.
You don't have any relationship with him? Last year I interviewed you at your peace concert, the peace campaign, and you made mention of like having a collabo. What happened to that?
Well, it's what I'm saying is you never say never. I answered a question that was aimed at checking whether I would do a collabo if I was asked, and I'm saying you never say never. You know, just like how he decided to come and surprise me at Samini Fest to prove to Ghanaians that let's be peaceful. I think that was a noble, you know, gesture that I would always appreciate himself and the entire SM crew for doing that, because that was a sensitive year. We needed Ghana to be calm. So if you are able to make such a move without even hyping it online, that, all right, people, meet me here, this is where I'm going. No, it was more like, let me just go there, spark up something, and let's see what happens, which is how they usually like to do it. So I was cool with that, and that since then I haven't had any punchline or anything that would make me feel that there's any sort of beef. You know, so from that time till now, I think everybody is comfortably minding their own business. Once you get what you targeted at getting with the motive, with the beef motive, once you get what you targeted, I think you become comfortable as an artist and you start focusing on keeping the fans active rather than dwelling on, you know, fabrications that you can't even explain when you're asked too much.
Which of these two periods would you say benefited you most? The period where you were beefing with Shatta and now that you don't have any issues with him?
Every period has its own vibes that it comes with. And what I will be glad for is the fact that I've always been able to survive the storm, stand my grounds, and keep it moving. You know, that time, that season where it was beef, it came to a point where Ghana actually wanted to see the two people on the same stage and see who is actually going to do what. And we were there. And the next day, the verdict was in the papers. It was on the front page of the graphic showbiz. Yeah, where others went and really got furious and even insulted graphic showbiz for that publication. But hey, that's the verdict. That's what the nation says. It's not about how many people you get in buses to come and chant somebody off stage. It's about what craft is being put on stage and how long the person can endure your fabricated and forced chants, to the extent that these people that are chanting are now all of a sudden hypnotized into singing along with you your music instead of chanting you off as they were brought to do. That's when you have strength.
That's marvelous. So if Shatta comes to you that, oh Samini, let us do something for fans, would you?
It's business, big money. Yeah, I mean, Ghana knows that the moment the two finally end up on any project and we do it right, it's big money. So until then, we both we are both looking at that money swell up until the right businessman comes through. Let's make some money.
So this year he's dropped a couple of hits. What do you see is like for the past 2-3 years he's been consistent? What do you think about his progress so far?
I'm minding my own business, and that's how I've been consistent since 2001 to 2017. So I really would not see how somebody's been doing for the past 3 years if I'm busy for 15, 16.
Shatta Wale or Stonebwoy?
Samini.
Okay. Khaki or Ebony?
Exactly. Wow, that's a hard one. Kaki's my daughter, you know? Yeah. Kaki's my daughter, so there will be a limit to things I can do with Kaki. So I'll do Ebony so that we can do more than just, you know. But then I'll hold Kaki to my heart. She's my baby.
What do you think about Ebony? Is she doing
well she's splendid. I'll tell you a secret about the Poison track. Yeah. We actually did the first version of the Poison with my voice on there as a track featuring me. Before the other version that had the rapper on there that they did the video with. So recorded with Brainy Beats featuring myself was Poison. But then the one that came out was a remix version with a different rapper that kind of made the waves. So there's a version of it that's on my computer at home that I just might release, but I don't know. But it sounds good though. Yeah. I like it. You know, I said a lot of naughty things on there, but it didn't come out. Later we heard, sit down, Pony.
People say that
Gado.
I hear people say it's whack.
No, it's not whack. That's the current Mifaro. Get this straight. Get this straight, man. You sure? That's the current Mifaro. Like, and guess what? Since the days of Mifaro, there's not been a bad rapper like that.
He's a bad rapper.
Gado, welcome.
Like a lot of people are like, his best. It's so funny.
Yeah, but you know, I think it worked.
It's funny?
I think it's funny and it worked. So I wasn't too offended when my version didn't come out.
Okay.
When I watched the one they did with the guy, I knew that just because Ghanaians would think they want to laugh at this rapper, before they realize they're going to be rapping along with what he's saying, and that's when you have a hit track. You know, it's like Payday playing around with you, and you think Payday can't rap. And then he decided to do Omar Sterling. Then you realize that, okay, it's not that he can't rap. Or Shada Noye, okay, what's this, and no ho. So they be a bit me at to be Edinechi. But some Kokaso featuring rap at Tohua. It's for people who want to hear rap, like, who want to go to rap school. So sometimes we tend to break down and not be too rigid or stiff with all the technicalities to put together a track. So when you feel free, you're able to, you know, drop a masterpiece. Like Jaishi was a freestyle song. Yeah. I never wrote Jaishi. It's one of the biggest songs that I will always have to sing at any concert before I leave. You know.
Yeah, so like talking about rap, like now at the moment, who is ruling?
Rap.
Who is the best? Like now, Ghana.
Kofi Kinata likes to sing, but he's my rapper.
He's your best rapper.
I would put him there and he will slay them.
Kofi Kinata versus your own Sarkodie.
Kofi Kinata.
Kofi Kinata versus Flo Kingston.
Kofi Kinata.
Samini, you are swerving.
I'm not swerving. It's Kofi Kinata. Yeah, I mean, it's like you're coming to a boxing arena with your boxer. And you know that there's other boxers that are capable of going 12 rounds with your boxer, knocking him out, or your boxer is also capable of knocking them out. All you do is support your boxer until the fight is over. So I'm just holding my corner. I have my towel. I'm not throwing it in. I'm telling my guy, punch back. Yeah, that's what we're doing.
When was the last time you worked with JMJ?
JMJ, yeah, we've done some recordings. We did some 2016. We've done, the last track I released with him was, I think, Winner, for January 2017. You know, so I still have some sketches that we've done. We're studying the system to see how to, you know, come in with something, you know, splendid from JMJ. You know, he always drops those bangers. Yeah.
People say you and him, your relationship is not that tight anymore.
We're cool. We're cool. What? when I'm not recording with an engineer, it doesn't mean me and him are not cool.
But you know, you are tight. I remember
we're cool.
You were.
I can show you the most current.
Managing
I can show you.
Kaki.
Yes, we started off Kaki, and then we established Extra Large Music to take care of Kaki, Beam Nation to take care of Stonebwoy, West Side Legacy to take care of Kofi Kinata. You understand? So everybody that we work with, we make sure we establish you. You become a man on your own. Then you move further. So you don't look at me as the one to spoon feed you all the time. I'm just, like Kofi Kinata once said on stage when he got his award, thanks for showing me to fish, Samini. You understand? And I thought that was deep. Once you've taught him to fish, he can now go to the riverbank by himself, get some fish, and then drop some at your door when he's going.
What? Okay, so at the moment, what if he's fishing and he feels like he wants to come back?
He like problem.
He feels like he feels like where I've reached, let me come back.
Oh,
would you ever take Stonebwoy back if he's like, I'm coming back?
Stonebwoy is always...
I'm coming back to my boss.
Stonebwoy is always high grade. He talks to me every other day. He's on my WhatsApp. He's on every other platform. He likes to DM, whatever. So I have never felt like Stonebwoy left high grade family. What I know is that Stonebwoy built Beam Nation. But Stonebwoy is high grade blood. He can't run from that. Yeah.
Okay. So I have a couple of questions from fans. But recently I saw...
So far, all these questions be you alone your questions?
No, I have... all these questions, yeah.
Wow.
So I have one question from a fan. Okay, you let me go to this question. Recently I saw you and Stephanie Benson or something. Hey, what were you doing?
You want to check if I did?
Yeah, what were you doing? What we were doing was 18 plus.
Then I feel free. You know, it's Ghana hot, so I like.
You were feeling free.
I like come out my shirt.
You know, she's married.
Yeah, I know. So once you know I'm a decent person, then you should know that. Then I just feel free. I like come out my shirt when it's hot.
Oh, sir.
Yeah.
Somebody's wife. Oh.
Ghana is hot. Yes, of course, somebody's wife. And so you should know that I would not be doing anything that's not supposed to be done with someone's wife in that context. Once she's an artist and I'm an artist as well, and there's camera, light, action, yeah, man, you should just keep contemplating and keep worrying about the picture till you get the clue finally.
How much do you love your kids?
How much do I love my kids? Yeah. I would die for my kids. I would trade. If I'm supposed to put my life down for my kid to live, I'll do that in a split of a second and not even think. Yes.
I see. They are living outside or?
Yeah.
I see you paying a lot. Has it somehow affected your pocket?
It affects your pocket, but it affects your pocket positively because when you look back and you check what you did with your money and you know it's gone into developing your children and you look at where your children have reached and how they're doing in their various fields, it's assets to you. That's investment. I would rather do that than buy 12 bottles of champagne in a nightclub and not pay one child's school fees. Bullshit.
So people are just fighting here.
Bullshit.
That's great. Last time we had D Black here. That was last week.
Okay.
And we had EL here last 2 weeks. Like when they come, they all list.
The last time I saw D Black, we went to the go-kart driving place and he couldn't speed. He was scared. So I went round him. I went around him
wow.
3 times. So Black Avenue people, I circle you guys 3 times.
Yeah. So like all of them were like listing their properties. I have this, I have that. Samini, what can you tell me like now you, Samini, you have?
You from when you've known me, you know say me I not be that type of artist. Me I be Rasta man. We I be entertainer. Do you understand me? So I don't come here to flaunt my resources and my you know, my materials, my gains and stuff. What I can say is that I've been able to make a lot of money for myself and my family from when I started doing music and entertainment. And I see a lot of money down the end of the tunnel. That's why I keep pushing more.
How much do you think you're worth right now?
Me right now?
Yeah.
I can't quantify that. Do you understand?
But can you give us like a rough?
No, I can't. You can't do it, so how do you do it rough?
Samini, you are swerving.
No, I'm not. What I'm telling you is that if I can't tell you in quantity that this is Olonka Bako 5, how can I say it roughly? I don't do roughly. It's yes, no. That's it.
Now my final question.
Yes, sir.
I understand you once dated Apostle Sappho's daughter.
Ha ha ha. You understand?
Yes.
Okay, so that's yours to understand.
Okay, so would you say yes or no?
It's a response I would hold to myself since you said you understand.
Okay, I hear.
You hear?
Yes.
There's a lot of hearsays, aren't there?
So
you know things I hear.
So you never dated her?
I heard a lot of things about Pauls.
So okay, so like somebody you've been swerving me this time.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you've been swerving me the whole day. I don't know if it is a Lombini who is doing all this, but that's not fair. Samini, you dated her, right? It is true. I put it to you that you dated her.
You put it to me that I dated her because of how much information that you have and how sure you are of your info. What I can say is that that's your right to hold on to whatever information you have. Believe what you need to believe and run your life with it. But when you are on the quest to inquire, it does not guarantee you the response you desire. Okay. If my point is made.
Yeah, yeah. I have a question from a fan. It's not you are owing episode 10K. When will you pay?
Let me break down that story. Okay. See, from when that guy came out with his claim, I've been quiet because I respect myself. I hold my corner, and sometimes I advise myself not to repeat certain gestures I do for these kids because of the disrespect that's shown after. Okay. I was in my corner up in the hills in Ebri, and the calls kept coming and the messages kept coming. People called me. It's Episode's album launch. There's nobody here. Can you just pass through? There's no big artist here. Try pass through. Waki called me. Karim called me. Brainy Beats called me. Different people. I said, why not? Because I mean, Episode performs some of my songs on stage. I've seen him perform in Amsterdam before. I've seen my High Grade family boys carry him around Accra to different shows. So if they've been able to put together his album and help him do it, I'll come and endorse. So I get to the program, they start the auction, and it's dull. Nobody's saying anything. Yeah. So in my head, I'm like, it's Episode's album launch. Give them some 10,000 Ghana cedis. And let's see if someone else will also do something. 10,000 Ghana cedis is no disrespect. So yeah, I pledged 10,000 Ghana cedis, right? So right after I did that, a few other people did their pledges at the event. Okay. Then I left. I traveled, did different things, came back. Episode, you have my phone number. You are on my WhatsApp. I see you broadcast a whole lot of stuff that I could even decide to maybe block you because you're killing my battery. Yeah. But I never did. You know my management. You know Amsterdam. You know how to check me that numwe ufaneni over time it was coming check how far. Then I go tell you say, all right, link me next month. I will allow ya Amsterdam about 5K. Koni next 2 weeks or by 5 or something. So if me be pledge won't in Cantino, you've gone to take the vocals from the event when I came to the event and pledged. You've taken that soundbite and you've gone to record a track with it, and you've put my voice in there, and you're just proclaiming that people like us are fake and people should just listen to what I came to do at your event and how I haven't paid yet. Meanwhile, there's different ways to come for your money. Do you know that even presidents will come and pledge to this country and their term of office will be over and they've not fulfilled it? What can you do? People go to church, harvest, they pledge. You write their names down. They say they will bring 100 bags of cement for the building project. If they don't bring it, what will you do? So if I've come to your album launch, I could be drunk. It could be anything that was wrong with me that I said that. What can you do if you come and I say I don't remember? But you can come and say you're suing me because I've come and I have made people not pay as much because they thought I had paid. What I had in mind was, regardless of anything, once I've pledged to pay 10,000 cedis, I've spoken to my manager 3 times about it before that claim came out. I would always link my man and go like, yo, so epi in thing, how we go do them? Because we for do and pay them and see what we do. Yeah. Then my man is like, well, we can decide to pay in cash. We can decide to do stuff for him. Yeah. So what I think, we can speak to our video directors and give him 2 videos and quantify that for 10K. So that it could be 1 video for 5. So that, regardless of whatever the discussion I do with my video directors, I am giving you 2 videos, 1 worth 5K each. Okay. These are stuff that I spoke about with my management while we were looking at how to make sure we honor that 10K pledge. All of these were going on when he wasn't even asking us for the money. So my problem with the young man is, there's 1,000 ways you could have reached me to ask for your money, and then based on my response, you can make that move you did. But for you to have decided to do that, then it means you have an ulterior motive. And do you know one thing that exposed them? I'll say this is live, right? This is live on everywhere online. I don't do Facebook Live too much. I would have said this already. Yeah. So, because High Grade Family has movements where we have the streets, we are one of the biggest factions of dancehall in Accra, in Ghana. If you mention 2, it's High Grade and the other one.
The other one?
Yes, it's High Grade and SM, no disrespect.
Yeah, man.
Beam Nation Bill, outer High Grade, no disrespect. Yeah. So end of the day, SM, show me another nation built under you. Then we can compare that to Beam Nation. Then you leave SM and High Grade. So what I'm saying is, High Grade boys followed episode around the various high school shows, whatever, made sure they build a movement. Yeah. So they also put together some sort of database. So they had everybody's email, right? So somebody in the immediate team must have put together a memorandum, right? Telling the rest of the people in the mafia that we're going to start something and it's supposed to be controversial and we want it to trend. So we are going to release a track to say the big man came to our event and he didn't pay the money that he said he wanted to pay, and then we'll push it and then see how it goes. This was a broadcast email sent a day before they released the story. So it's a cooked story. So now when this broadcast email was sent, there are high-grade people who had become episode's crew members that weren't happy with that decision. So they said, you know what, I am not part of this and I'm not doing it. Okay. So if you people want to go and disgrace my high-grade boss, it's up to you, I am not part of it. Then the story came out. So later on, when all the foolishness was going on online, this boy one of the boys that said I'm not doing it, came to me and showed me the proof of the email that was sent and the date, right? That shows that these people had planned to spin off a controversy around the fact that I came to his album launch and I haven't paid his money yet. So because I haven't paid yet and he knows that he hasn't given me the chance to explain to him how I would pay, he would go and use that as he hasn't paid, he came and promised and he left. So that people will have that as fact, because yes, I haven't paid, but have you reached out to me? Who else, the rest of the people that pledged, have you gone and collected your monies? To the extent that you're going to use my voice, big up at the event, and I want to pledge 10,000 Ghana cedis to support episodes project. It's like a interlude in the middle of a track. Then he continues to chat, tell people how fake I am and how. And from that time, this is the first time I'm talking about this. I didn't tweet about it. I didn't respond. I didn't say anything. But Episode himself would agree with me what has happened ever since he decided to deliberately disrespect me, knowing that I knew nothing about his claim, knowing for real that I had nothing wrong and nothing against his album launch. I came there with love in heart. Yeah, that you wouldn't run off scot-free with.
How would you describe Episode?
He's a young kid, talented vocalist. He should do a lot more when it comes to lyrics, but talented vocalist. The few times I've seen him perform, he plays other people's songs. He performs some of my music on stage. That is my kind of girl, where my baby, they performed stuff. Yeah, I've seen him do it. I've seen him perform other artists' songs. He performs Stonebwoy songs. He performs Jupiter's songs. Give me one Episode single.
Would you say at this point, would you say he's ungrateful because having a whole legend, like dancehall legend, even at
I think maybe he got carried away and he got misled. I always give people chances, and I would always give the young man a chance.
You know, he's reached a certain level where he should know, like, how to appreciate. So can you say at this point he's old enough to know? I mean,
yeah,
so can
I'm
you
sure
say he's been ungrateful to you?
Listen, what he did, I'm sure if he discussed it with his mom would have told him, in your show, I know you be papa le, no kelari, you be le no more dan, kaya radio ke TV no to money, no koni, ekole ka obile ni ke pay, no hupole ncho banyo ya na nye music abi no ya na police, no yeah, Jenny okay afi lala ni. Afide be an no fe la no ke peko baby an ala ke peko e wo ke ba pay na ta ala ke peko e pay allo whatever. If I come and I pay, are you going to do another track and put a video of me paying you, or put a soundbite of me saying here's your money, or what are you going to do to rectify that disrespect? There's people who have downloaded that song, it's in their playlist, they don't know what I'm doing, they will play it next 3 years, they will hear the lyrics in there, it's what they believe. It's like some of the songs that my opposition did to diss me, and some of the things that were said in there, and most of the reasons why I came with Scatter Bad Mind, you know, to come and say, most of these things are fabricated lies that have no facts. So people don't believe everything you hear in the hype. Let's just enjoy the music. So it's like you did school with the tease where you say your father in head big, you to your mother in stomach big. It's vibes like that. It doesn't actually mean your father in head big.
At this time, I still say Samini no go pay Episode again.
I no go do what?
You no go pay him anything again.
Listen, Episode's first single that I recorded for him, he came to the football park where we were doing the musicians and footballs, whatever. He came around, so I said, all right, let's chill. So right from the games, I put him in my car. We all sat in the same car, drove all the way to my house, to my home studio. I got Brainy Beat to produce the track for him. And then I did a chorus, I did a hook for him. I gave him a track, basically.
Wow.
Right? I did all of that for Episode. And then he left my house with a song. I took him from the park. We went and played football. I said, where Ashia? We went and did the track, and I gave it to him. It's one of the songs on his album, right? So if I take you to my house, write a song, direct you, add lyrics to what you're going to sing for yourself, show you what to say, do all of this for you, come for your album launch, and I pledge, and I have not paid, and you don't think there's courtesy that you need to apply in coming to check for how you will get your money apart from the free song. If I say, give me money for the studio fee and the song and the additional lyrics I gave you before you made that song, pay me, then it means that you're going to have to say, make I keep the 10, then you go come add the 90 or something. Wow. Yeah, so some of these things, we don't say them. I worked with Stonebwoy. Stonebwoy graduated, did Beam Nation. If I want to spit what happened between me and Stonebwoy, different times before he actually finally graduated. That's going to be us washing our clothes out in the air. Do you understand? So there's times where Stonebwoy had issues with the management that we were doing with him at that time, and he could have gone public. There's ways that we discussed, and there's ways that we saw him off without the public coming into our business. So today, I can sit down and be proud of my boy. Yeah, because it's not by force for me to establish myself and help you. You understand?
Yeah.
It's not by force.
Yeah. So many you've been in the game for.
Charlie, if we pause, if we live, I just sweat. I get face towel, make I wipe my face.
So you.
Yes, people, it's live.
Yeah. You've been in the game for 17 years plus.
Plenty.
When will Samini retire?
Jay-Z, they drop albums still. So what question be that? You don't like me, eh?
No, it's not like, when will Samini say, I'm dropping this music thing, I'm focusing on other
I should say the way your ear day ground, if I say that, you like you hear. So
when would you like go slow? Because like you are still... Yeah.
That be what you want, eh? You want to see the go slow, eh? The go slow no go happen, no. Nah.
I hear you charge huge for shows.
I charge huge for shows because my act, it takes a lot to bring my act together. So you would call it huge, but that is what my thing costs. That's how much money you need to be able to get this together. If you have people's parents playing instruments for you on stage and they finish work, they have to go home and take care of their children. So I won't charge money that's going to have me paying people from my pocket when I'm not getting anything. So I'll day in my corner for the system to be hungry for my thing, and then once a while when you want me, it's plenty Ghana cedi.
So like around...
When you put for dollars, it's plenty dollars.
So you charge roughly how much?
Well, on the average, it's across board. So I charge as much as your A-list acts will charge in Ghana.
So like roughly, I don't know how much the A-list...
As much as your A-list acts will charge.
Like,
so speak to the various agencies and the various...
Can you charge up to 100,000?
Ghana cedis?
Yes.
You can say that it's on the average. That's normal. That's on a good day, it's okay.
Samini, you are dodging.
No, on a good day, it's okay. I mean, if I bargain for 100,000 Ghana cedis, part of that 100,000 Ghana cedis is going to my band.
Okay.
You know, somebody else will come and mime and it will go to only DJ. You know, so then they wouldn't mind coming for 50 or 35, knowing that you won't pay as much, people. So sometimes there is reasons why you can book certain people so easily and certain people you just can't unless there's, you know.
So we're reading a couple of questions, like comments from fans.
You said 20 minutes,
I have,
you did
I have, Foster Romano said, when will you do collabo with you?
Oh, Foster.
Yes.
Foster there. The next track, if he way he go do then he go feature me.
Yeah, even talking about Foster, who is the funniest comedian in Ghana?
I'll be biased.
Yeah.
I think the people they sleep on Foster. Yeah, because...
Is it because he's here? I dare you.
No! I'll be biased. I know the guy, and when you meet him, one simple interaction alone saves you the laugh.
He's the funniest. Lewin?
Yeah, to me. Oh, but Lewin is in there.
Okay.
Yeah, Lewin is in there doing
so
his thing.
It's like Foster is underrated.
He's unsung. They have to look at him well for me.
Okay.
You know, I need a TV show for Foster.
Wow. He's already doing one at Pulse. So
yeah, that's yeah. But I mean,
you want a TV like full.
Yeah.
That's great. So BG Sabaka says, what makes me like you most is you being on for 15 years and still getting nominations. So that's from him, BG Sabaka. You see Fortune Pataku says, you know him, right?
The name.
It sounds familiar. So Mighty, let's glue to star. I believe in you from day one. Okay, so he's been supporting. This Joe Bossman,
it must be a high grade.
Says is watching you from London. He says keep up the good work.
Yes, I.
The good work. And Teresa Tufor says, Samini, I need you back in London to perform. We miss you so much. Junior Muntari says, I respect that, Samini. Sylvester Kujo says, Samini, more love for you. and he still describe you as general of dancehall. Okay, so dancehall kings, dancehall, they are having, and there are a lot of arguments here, and the other people are in. Do you think they are rude?
What?
Like the other people?
I'm minding my own business. I said hashtag
Okay.
my own.
But do you know the other people, even though you are minding your own, do you know the other people, they are rude?
I know about my own business.
You know, they are stubborn, they are very, very bad.
Who? My own?
No, I said the other people.
I hear my own, my other, my. I hear.
Okay, Evans Brown says, Achisa, humble legends, Dagati. And Classic Menard says, you are matured and educated guy. Mature talk, you are humble. So, I mean, are you that shy?
No, I'm just quiet.
Okay.
Yeah, I talk when it's camera light action. Otherwise, typical me, I'm laid back. But I have a side of me that people don't know too well. I have a very, very funny side.
Okay.
Very, very, very comic side that I keep away from my brand because that's not how I brought my brand. So my brand is seen as a serious, mature, more like a corporate Rasta brand.
Yeah.
So when I want to be funny and when I want to be foolish, it's behind closed doors at home.
Okay.
Yeah, I can be very, 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 very stupid.
My own rates my own on a scale of 1 to 10. The song alone.
The track alone.
Yeah.
Well, I've done my bit, and I believe that the rest of the work is the criticisms and the credits is for the fans.
Okay, so they'll rate your own video.
The fans
the first video you directed.
The fans and critics.
Yeah.
First video I directed. I think with what I had in hand and the time, I think I'm happy with what I'm seeing.
Okay.
I'm happy with what I'm seeing.
How much did you spend on the video?
Not so much money. I just used my links.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was in the middle of work. I'm still recording my reggae album, like I said. So I was in the middle of work. So it's the people in Seattle that I'm working with that helped pull together the strings. We linked up the director who couldn't wait to work with a big artist from Africa. And then also Tendai also linked up the model for the shoot, where we went to Mercedes-Benz Seattle for, you know, endorsement. So Mercedes-Benz Seattle gave us an official car for us to use for the video shoot. So I gave Mercedes-Benz the credits in there. Okay. So money-wise, I wouldn't tell you how much dollars, but yeah, I throw small put inside.
Hey.
Small.
Samini, yeah. Thank you so much for coming.
Respect.
We want to say may God bless you.
Yeah.
Keep up the good job. Pulse is always behind you. I think so far the most viewed video in one session. And
Thank you.
It's great. It's gone viral.
How is it going in your thing? Like, how is it going on your thing?
Yeah, we
so let me tell you, those who follow Pulse very well, I saw a publication on Pulse that was suggesting that there are certain artists in Ghana that really know the seat up.
Yeah.
I don't know who do the list. Where he put my
someone
name for
did
them.
it.
So I want to make you yourself look how all of a sudden your computer they freeze because I sit here and how the comments they disturb your screen. No?
Oh,
you yourself finally you yourself pause. Go and do damage control of that release.
Oh,
or you don't say the thing change after 2 months.
Oh,
all of a sudden I'm back again.
Oh no, but you don't say that. You don't say that.
Or maybe it be the publication will make a charge.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Do you think the publication helped you? Do you think it helped you?
It got me wondering who was handling Pulse and whether this was original Pulse. Yeah. And then if it was, then I was feeling like maybe I need to go on Pulse. But
to explain things,
you know, to explain things, or maybe to give them an idea of what I am. Maybe they've not had anything current from me, so they don't see how their screen will buzz if I show up. And then I came, and then I grinned, and then your thing started doing. It's a problem.
So how did you feel? Did that thing pay you small?
Like say, it did like you did tell Abedi Pele say, you know, try after Dede Ayew and Jordan and Raheem. If you did tell Abedi say no try, you will be fake.
Myself I shy.
You don't tell me that.
Sorry.
When up to now, if you want up to now. I want make another Ghanaian artist where they born where he grew for Ghana here. I want make it go UK, go carry mobile, come show me.
Yeah.
Because after I carry the next Ghanaian way take it from London, that's Fuse. So maybe if you understand how to win award for London, me, I go chop him right from here.
Even the other
and
guy
up to now,
has never taken
that
plaque,
right? Up to now, with that plaque alone, if my mother alone have that plaque for Ghana, my mother alone.
So you gave it to your mom?
My mom keeps all my plaques. I don't keep my awards at home. I leave them at my mom's house.
Really? Why?
When I drop Ghana with an award, I take it straight to them. So go and put it on the shelf. She's happy when she sees those things.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great.
You know, so
we have to continue.
more and more and more coming from mom. Big up everybody that watched live. Big up the entire globe. This is High Grade Family Boss, Samini, representing live inside Accra. This is Pulse GH, and I'm here with my brand new single, My Own. Video is out on iTunes. Music is on YouTube. Do your thing. Or did I even swap the language? Video is out on YouTube. Music is on iTunes. So go get yourself into it. And we're running a promotion, actually. My own challenge. Download the beat. It's Reggae Fest Rhythm produced by DJ Fras. Download it. Go on YouTube. There's the lyrics video. And then there's the song as well. Learn the music. Get someone to shoot you a video of you yourself singing the music. The goofier, the better. The more you have fun with the music, the more your chances of winning. You don't have to be a professional singer. So when you finish that video, send it to Jerry Flintstone's Promotions or Samini_Dagati or Elon Bini. Or I'm sure Pulse is going to scroll down a phone number that is going to be our WhatsApp line that you can send the videos to. Yes, so that before the end of this year, if that's not too late, somebody is going to win an iPhone 7, brand new, and then a trip to Aqua Safari. Remember, you heard it here. Achoo! Sa, my own.
You make me wanna rearrange the alphabets so I could put you next to letter I. Take my heart, baby, carry go. If you leave me, baby, I go die. Golden tree chocolate, yeah. Me chat all yeah. Each and every day, yeah. My own. That time of the chase, and then no money there. My own. See my heart back, push it up, and they grind for my kenke. My own. Like the air and the feel.